This is the MMA Diagnosis podcast, and fuck! Alright, guys, back for episode 3, talking about Postfight UFC Milwaukee and Bellator 212 and 213 in Hawaii.
Also talking about Canelo and Rocky Fielding. So let's get cracking. What do you think of UFC Milwaukee?
Alright, start with UFC. Talk about Jim Miller, Charles Oliveira fight. Lightweight for 155 pounds. Okay, we know the result. Okay, Charles Oliveira. He's got the most.
Jim Miller. Jim Miller winning last week.
Yeah, I thought Jim was gonna win because he's a veteran fighter. He's got a good ground game, and he's a gritty fighter. He's a gritty fighter.
Yeah, I was a bit unsure with this because Charles Oliveira's he's very good on the ground and he's a wizard. In the first 2 rounds, but he tends to break if he can't tap you out or if he can't finish you. So I thought, I picked Oliveira because I felt Miller was a bit ahead of his time because he won the first fight when they first fought a long time ago when Oliveira was really young. He knee-barred him, I think, or leg-locked him. Yeah, but as we know, this fight, I think Oliveira got his back.
Yeah, basically changed level quickly. He got Jim. Yeah. When Jim went for inside leg kick, he quickly grabbed him, underhooks, got behind him, and then he took him down. When he took him down, he started going for rear naked choke, and he obviously eventually got it.
Fight, See, when Oliveira gets you back, he's very hard to get off, and plus he's got long limbs. He can just get a body triangle, wrap his arms around. It's a lot easier for him. Plus he's got amazing guard as well because of his long limbs. I don't know if whoever's grappled with people with long limbs, they're just so annoying because you can't get around the guard. When they get you back, it's very hard to get out. So he's very strong. He's got good stand up as well. Who do you think he should fight next? Who do you see him fighting next after that win like that?
No, I'm not sure yet, but it's his 12th submission. 10. Yeah, it definitely top 10.
He's beaten the record.
Yeah, it's his 12th submission victory in the UFC Octagon, so he's got the most.
Yeah, I think he should fight top 15 or was Jim Miller top 15?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, not anymore.
He should definitely be in the top 15 then.
He should definitely fight someone in the top 15 now. Do you think maybe Bobby Green's? I was thinking Bobby Green, but Bobby Green's going to retire now.
Yeah.
That loss. Who did Bobby Green? He
fought Drakkar Klose.
Do you think he should fight Drakkar Klose next?
Yeah, he could fight him. It'd be a good matchup.
Could fight him actually. That'd be a good matchup, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if he can choke him out. So that'd be actually a good matchup.
I think that was a good fight. Next fight, I think good on the main card. Rob Font versus Sergio Pettis. It's actually bantamweight.
Yeah, I think last week, I don't know if anyone listened last week, we thought it was a flyweight. That's my reasoning behind picking Sergio Pettis, because I thought Rob Font would have to cut weight, and it'll be a very tough weight cut for him. And as you see, most fighters that cut weight on their first attempt to go down a weight class, they don't do well in their first fight. They look very flat. So, but if I knew it was at bantamweight, I would have picked Rob Font, obviously, because he's the bigger fighter. He got the longer reach. And we saw that in the fight. He just jabbed him and kept his distance, right?
Yeah, he kept his distance. He's just outpointed him, throwing bombs. He was walking Pettis down. You know, Pettis tried to obviously do spinning attacks. He's known for that.
Yeah. He's not as flashy as his older brother Anthony Pettis, but he's good. He's got very good basics, and I think Font just landed them jabs and fought on the outside. Outboxed him.
He had the height and reach advantage.
Yeah, he had very good height.
And obviously in the weight class that he's in, the bantamweight, he had the advantage as well. He wasn't cutting.
I think Sergio's too small for that weight class. Yeah. I think he's a bit too small. He's only like 5'6". He's not.
He's not that big.
He's not that big. Most bantamweights now are like 5'7" above. So it's going to be a bit tough for him. But I think he'll adjust later. He can use his speed and his athleticism to win quite a few fights in bantamweight. Yeah, who do you see Rob fighting?
He won that fight, obviously, but who is fighting next?
Just be Sergio Pettis. But Sergio Pettis not ranked at bantamweight anymore, so he's good at flyweight, but
I'm not sure about that. He can't fight top 10, maybe
top 15.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna look at top 15. I'm sure is it Rob for top 10?
Yeah, it could be. I haven't checked it.
Let me check.
But what we find out, Edson Barboza and Dan Hooker fight. Obviously, that is lightweight. Obviously, we know what the result was. Edson Barboza won. Obviously, won in the 3rd round. Yeah, he finished Hooker with the left body shot. What I was thinking, in round 1, they both were exchanging well. Dan Hooker and Edson Barboza. So obviously they're both going for inside leg kicks, and even Barboza is replying with that same. They both got obviously good stand up. Obviously Ed's just done the hooker with his left hand, dropped him, but the hooker obviously trying to stand up, bang with him. That wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, it's not a good idea standing and banging with Barboza. He's very good. He doesn't have the most power in his hands, but he's got such fast kicks, and the way he does his combos is amazing. Like the way he mixes the body shots and the low kicks and then body kicks, and then he goes for head kicks. That speed, I think Joe Rogan was saying it. He's got like the fastest switch kick, to the body.
Yeah.
He's so fast with it, like especially with his left leg. So he switches his stance and then kicks with his left leg. He's just amazing. Yeah, Rob Font's number 10 in the division.
Yeah, well, he's already top 10 as well.
Isn't Aljo fighting already? I think Aljo's fighting. Aljamain Sterling. He could fight John Lineker. He lost to John Lineker though.
Yeah.
Pedro Munoz. I think 10-9. Yeah. Pedro Munoz.
Yeah, that'd be.
Or
good
Judd
fight.
Dodson at number 8.
Yeah, that'd be a good fight.
That'd actually be a good fight. That would.
Yeah, that's. I think future that'd be a good fight. Top between 7, 8 or 9. Yeah. Aljamain, John Dodson, or Pedro Munoz. One of them would be a good fight for him. He's got the reach and advantage. He's on all of them as well. All those 3 fighters.
He's a lot bigger fighter.
Yeah. Well,
let's
get back to the fight. But obviously, Barboza has power left hooks.
Yeah, he was going. Yeah, he was going for it. He was trying to rip the body.
I was ripping the body, and you could see Hooker's right knee. That was so messed up. Yeah, he was bruised. All his right knee was bruised as well.
And every time he got hit in the body, he would bend over.
Yeah,
he would bend over like he was prostrating. It was just nasty because Barboza's hitting him in the body, kicking him in the body. Then he's messed up his leg, and then the referee is looking.
Round 3 was bad because round 3 hurt him really bad. And then you see the 4 leg kicks in a row. Basically, Hooker's close to the cage, innit? Back to the cage, and then obviously he's doing 4 leg kicks. Obviously he's going for the body shots, but a few landed on his arm, innit? But the 4 leg kicks, power leg kicks in a row, and then after the leg kicks in a row, he does a spinning back kick to the body.
Yeah, that spinning back kick. He's got such a good spinning back kick to the body, and he kept on hitting him with that. Hooker would try to block it here and there. I think the issue with Hooker was he was just too slow. You couldn't get to him. Yeah. Barboza was always first whenever he was landing his combos. And once you let Barboza tee off and you try to stand with him and do a technical match with him, you're always going to lose. Yeah, you're either going to have to chase him forward like Tony Ferguson did and brawl with him and make him tired and make him give up. Or you're going to have to wrestle him down like Khabib or Kevin Lee. So that's the best way to beat Barboza. You're not going to beat him by standing up technical Muay Thai match with him. If you try to do Thai boxing exchange with him, you're going to lose. His kicks are so much faster and his hands are so much quicker as well. Yeah, I thought
the ending shot was that left body shot.
Yeah, that left body shot. He just dropped him.
Yeah, he made him slump over and he stayed like that. Dropped on the floor for like a minute after the fight at least.
Yeah, he took too much damage.
I think the ref actually should have stopped it, or personally, I think the cornerman should have stopped it. He was never going to come back.
He was never going to recover from that fight. But the issue with that is what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but then the coaches, if they had stopped the fight, maybe Dan Hooker would be upset with them after, because he's going to be like, "Why? I could have went on. Why did you stop it?" That's how most fighters are.
Yeah, but personally, I think he was never in that fight. You can tell he was never going to make a comeback. He's never going to win.
We've seen worse, like Che Congo and Pat Barry. So you never know though.
The cornerman should have dropped it.
He just got dismantled. Barboza was just too technical for him. I don't think. Yeah, you're right. I don't think he had a chance getting back. But it's a bit of a tricky situation for the coaches because
you saw Pettis last fight against Tony Ferguson.
That was the right
coach
move.
dropped it through Tyler.
Yeah, I think that was the right move at the time because he was taking way too much damage. Didn't he break his hand?
So he broke his hand. And he knew he wasn't going to come back. So what's the point in him taking lifetime of damage? It's going to affect his fighting career. So I think this one, they made a bad call. Even referee, he shows the spinning. He kept on bending over as well. Every body shot kept on bending over. You can tell he's basically going to get finished. You don't even know if he's ripped.
Yeah, he kept on bending down each time he got hit in the second round. Yeah. And then eventually the third round, definitely. Alright, the main event.
I think Barboza though, before we get to the main event, I think he's back in the top, because he's number 5 anyway.
Yeah, he's number 5 anyway, but who do you...
And then, obviously, Kevin Lee obviously going to talk about his fight now. Kevin Lee number 4, and Iaquinta number 8. We'll talk about the fight now, but he's in top 5. Yeah, who do you think he can fight though before his next fight?
Do you think he should fight the winner of the main event?
Oh, you mean Kevin Lee?
Oh yeah, he could fight one of them too.
Could be. Because
we'll talk about that more after.
Yeah,
I think. Let's talk about.
Let's go to the main event and then we'll talk about that. I think
Kevin Lee and Iaquinta. So these two had a fight quite a few years ago. I think 2014 or 2013. Yeah, Kevin Lee was only 21, I think, at that time. Very young in the game. So Iaquinta obviously dropped him in their first fight and basically just bullied him.
Yeah, he won by unanimous decision.
Yeah, he just bullied him. He just proved he was a better fighter. Obviously, we know Kevin Lee's improved a lot now. He's much better. He's got more confidence. He's more brash. He's wrestling. He can mix the wrestling and the striking a lot better now. So, and a lot of people, I feel like, underestimated Al before this fight because of the Khabib fight, but they don't realize. I think people are saying Khabib was taking a rest with Al. I don't think he was. I think he was trying, and he couldn't hold him down. He was struggling for the takedown. And then he just decided not to wrestle, and he felt like safe because Al took a really short notice fight. So he felt like he could get away. I think it'll be a lot harder matchup if...
in this fight, obviously, Motafi has 7-inch reach advantage. So his reach was 77 inch.
And Al was only 5'9". So I don't get that. That's weird. He's got a longer reach than Conor. Conor's 74 inch. And Conor's got a super long reach, so...
Obviously, for round 1, I think that was a close round.
Yeah, it was very close.
Because Al was going for single legs each time when Kevin Lee...
Al did a real nice spinning back elbow.
Yeah. The guy slightly missed or barely caught him with that.
But it looked like he caught him, but if you were a judge watching it, you'd see that.
You look like,
Yeah, he caught him.
Yeah, he basically done a spinning back elbow, obviously. And he's landing good combos. So, obviously, Lee was catching him with some kicks as well. But that round was very close, though.
I zoned out a bit in this first 1-2 rounds, but... a lot of people are saying Al...
Yeah, it's a very close round. Yeah, but I think Al edged it. Yeah.
Edged it, because he got the spinning elbow. He got the best shot, probably.
And his hands were better.
Yeah, he's technical. He's a better boxer, anyways. Okay, next round. In round 2, I think you see Lee throw a high kick, and then Al landing his left hooks, and then exchanging with the boxing, and then eventually, obviously, Lee gets the takedown, right?
Yeah, he gets takedown, and he tried to do what Khabib does. So basically grab the wrist, and throw punches to the face.
Yeah, although he throws a lot of shade at Khabib. Yeah, he's
utilizing
his style. Yeah, he gets his back, right?
Yeah, he gets his back. But obviously, Al, he's good defense. Yeah, he managed to spin and get out. So he gets out of the position and he goes on the offensive. So one thing he did good though, Al, he doing shots to the body. He might not have won the round, but he's reducing a gas tank over time.
Yeah, because Kevin Lee's an explosive guy.
Yeah.
You want to, for people that are really quick and explosive, for listeners that don't know, you tend to hit the body and slow them down, especially explosive guys like Conor and Kevin Lee. Yeah,
and you realize as well, Al is not a small guy, but he looks small compared to Kevin Lee as well.
Yeah, Kevin Lee's quite a big guy.
He's big for lightweight.
Yeah, lightweight. He's very big for lightweight. I think he struggles with the weight cut. So,
but I see even in third round, Lee is still established. He was a stronger fighter. He did a takedown, but one thing I liked about he did the takedown, but Al was very quick to get his back to the cage.
Yeah,
like he got his hips up and tried to quickly move back to the cage and stand back up.
Yeah, a lot of fighters use the cage. Yeah. You know, a long time ago in the UFC, you were told not to go next to the cage when you were taken down. A long time ago, and then now they find out the cage wall walking is the best thing to do when you get taken down. Shuffle yourself back, and then just lift yourself up with the cage with support. So it helps a lot, the cage. So if you got to utilize it a lot.
I think Kevin Lee won that because he managed to get Al
in a really bad position.
Yeah, he managed to get Al and throw him down again. But took him down again, and he used a body triangle, to get him in bad position, and he was actually going for a rear naked choke.
But it's really good about Al's defense though. Yeah. So Al would put his arm next to.
Like a telephone.
Yeah, like you're listening to a telephone, do a defense, and then block the punches with that, and then control the wrist with the other hand. And he would tuck his chin in and concentrate on the hands. Yeah, because when someone's got your back, you don't concentrate on the legs or anything. You concentrate on the hands, gripping the hand away. And you see some fights, it's ridiculous. You don't understand how they go in the UFC because they got their hand, they're focusing on the leg and you're getting choked out.
Yeah.
So why are you focusing on the leg when you're supposed to be focusing on the hands and the grips. So Al's very good on the ground. He trains under Matt Serra.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's a black belt
BJJ,
under him, but he's very good. I think he is a black belt under him, so he's very good on the ground. Trains with Matt Serra, who's a Renzo Gracie.
I think after this round, this is where the game changed. Is Al, even Matt Serra was saying to him in the corner, give him hell and start picking.
Yeah.
He started picking up. So in round 4, you see...
round 3 was the same thing, body triangle.
Yeah, round 3 was a body triangle. Obviously, I was saying. That was the round 3 I was talking about. A body triangle and that. Now, round 4, that's when the Al lands a good right.
Oh, yeah.
And he gets him backpedaling. And he starts mixing up the punches. He hit right, he hit jabs, then lands a head kick. He lands a head kick in the fourth round.
Kick over the head.
And all you can see is Lee's being pressured, pressured to, and he's struggling. His legs are wobbly, basically. I think that round definitely you see Al winning that round. He was very good in that round. What do you think?
He rocked him, caught him with a head kick. I think he rocked him as well. He started hitting him to the body. He chased him down. So with guys like Kevin Lee, they're very good coming forward, but when they're on the defense running back, they're not the best fighters. And Kevin Lee's still got a lot to work on his stand-up. From what I've seen, he always gets caught. If you look at quite his past 3 fights, he gets rocked. He's always getting, like, even in Barboza fight, he got wheel kicked. He nearly got knocked out. I had a feeling he might get rocked. That's why I picked Iaquinta last week. I thought Al might catch him because Al hits really hard. Al's got very good punches. So Al started catching him, hitting him in the body, rocked him with the punches, made him backpedal. And when you get rocked, your gas tank goes.
Yeah, and
the more tired you get, the more punches you take when you're running back and you're trying to survive. There's a lot of cardio goes. So obviously, if you look at the next round.
Right, yeah, round 5, he was same thing. Al was pressuring him, backing him up, and Kevin Lee tried to go for a shot, but then he couldn't get a takedown. But there was a good scramble though. Go by Iaquinta trying to get out of it. But that scramble now, because Iaquinta got out of it, a lot of energy was taken out by Kevin Lee, then used up.
Yeah, see, Al pressured him, and then I think he punched him. He rocked him. Then he started hitting him in the body. I felt like Al let him get away with a bit.
Yeah.
Later in the round. I felt like he could have put more pressure. I don't know if he was tired as well though, but he could have put a bit more pressure. And I think he possibly could have finished him if he had put a bit more pressure and caught him with a few more shots. Because Kevin Lee was hurt.
Yeah, but he was hurt when he threw a body shot. Yeah, with his right hand.
With his right hand,
and then he came up with the left hook. To the head. That rocked him.
And then you see at the end of the round, I'll just drop his hand and go raging. I got it on my if you look at my Instagram, it's on there as well. Yeah. It shows the last scene where Al just screaming in his face.
Yeah, at mmadiagnosis Instagram. If you see there, we put clip up and you see the picture, right?
No, it's a
it's a little clip. And it
shows Al just raging, just slipping his punches. He drops his hands and he just slips Kevin Lee's punches and hits him and then starts screaming in his face.
Yeah, I think, you know what, won him the fight as well, finishing strong. He finished really strong in the 5th round.
Initially, when I was waiting for the judges, I thought Kevin Lee won. I thought he won 3-2. I thought he won the first 3. And then Al definitely won the last 2. There was no argument there. But I thought Kevin Lee won. And then I rewatched it. And then I realized Al maybe won the 1 or 2. Yeah. The judges never gave Al 3. Yeah. But most people are saying he won 3. But the judges never gave 3. They gave Al 1 and 2 somehow. So I don't know. It's a bit tricky.
Yeah, but 2 of them gave 48-47. Only one gave 49-46. So
I don't think the 49.
Yeah, that was a bit skewed. But the 48-47, I think as well, right?
Yeah, Al. Yeah,
he 4th and 5th, and the first. He
definitely won 4th and 5th.
Yeah,
and possibly the first. Yeah, quite possibly the first. He landed the belt.
I thought that was a great fight.
Who do you think Al should fight next? He's got quite.
Now.
Okay, now
he can't fight. He can't fight Khabib because he just lost Khabib.
What about Barboza?
I don't know. He's higher ranked.
But he's higher ranked.
He's got argument now.
Iaquinta, for the people that know, we're looking at the UFC rankings on the website. Iaquinta is number 4 and Barboza is number 6 and Kevin Lee's dropped to number 5. So he's got ahead of him Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor, Tony Ferguson, and then obviously Khabib.
Yeah.
So out of them 4, who would you say is the best?
But I think if Khabib fights again, he's going to fight a champion.
He's going to fight Ferguson.
Yeah. Either Ferguson or Conor, maybe rematch. It depends.
But Dustin Poirier is...
he won't get the title shot.
Dustin Poirier wants a match with Conor.
Yeah, so it depends how that goes.
I think Alan Poirier should fight.
Yeah, I think that would be...
Alan Conor would be a really good fight.
Yeah, that'd be a wicked match. Because, Al, people say, his stand-up's not that good, but he's really good, actually.
His stand-up's boxing is really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
He's got really good boxing.
And people think, You know one thing you realise? You think his punches are slow, but they still land them. No, people
fast.
think... I know, but it looks kind of a bit slow compared to like other fighters. You might think he's
compared
really
to
fast.
Barboza, but...
Yeah, but they lands perfect though.
His accuracy and him and Poirier will be a really good
that'd be a
matchup.
great matchup.
They'll be slugging it.
Yeah.
But I think...
And Iaquinta got great ground game.
You know, Ali's very good overall everywhere. He's got good wrestling, good ground defense, and he's got very good stand-up, as you saw in the Khabib fight.
I think he'll do well against Conor. Like, it would be a tight fight. I don't think it'd be that easy like people think.
I think it's 5 rounds. He might win.
Yeah.
He might go similar to Lee fight and he might actually finish him.
Yeah, he might.
Because Conor tends to get tired if he can't finish you.
Yeah.
Especially in the first
Conor
2-3
can't
rounds.
finish him first 2-3 rounds, then Iaquinta got way more advantage than in the 4th and 5th.
Yeah, he's definitely going to win them. He might even finish him. So him and Poirier would be a good one. Because Poirier is southpaw as well. Like, he's southpaw as well like Conor. So that would actually... Poirier's got a really powerful left hand as well. I think him and Poirier would be good. I think Poirier should be the next matchup.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great fight. But
or him and Barboza.
Yeah, I think the overall though, great fights.
Great card.
Yeah, great card.
A lot of finishes, so it was actually a really good card.
Yeah,
really enjoyed that.
I enjoyed that card. Shall we get on to the next post fight?
Bellator.
Yeah, Bellator 212. We'll talk about first fight. We'll talk about AJ Mckee versus Daniel Crawford. Daniel Crawford from England, Croydon.
Yeah.
So we wanted him to win because obviously England, but I had a feeling, AJ
McKee, the mercenary.
Yeah.
He just showed he's a mercenary there, fighting for the troops.
So he's a southpaw.
Yeah, McKee switches it actually.
Yeah.
So he's
general stance.
His general stance, but he switches it a lot. Yeah. As you can see, he just outstruck him, landed threw a left kick to the body.
But Crawford was moving forward. That's what I liked about him. He wasn't afraid. He wasn't afraid to grapple with him, keep him up to the cage. Yeah, but McGee obviously reversal, had him against the cage with underhooks, but lands a knee to the body.
Did McKee just grip him from the head and just drop him down?
Nah, he closed his hands and he closed double leg, closed his hands and took him down.
Oh yeah, double legged him, and then I think Crawford went on all fours, and then he got the anaconda on him. Yeah, you when you get on all fours, this has happened to me as well in training. You got to be very careful, especially guys with long arms. And what they're gonna do is when you get on all fours and the guy's on top of you, and you're on all fours trying to get up, they'll tend to grab their arm and wrap it around your head and your other arm, and then clasp it together. Because their arms are so long, they can get it around, and then they'll just spin and turn over and get you in an anaconda or a DOS choke. So you got to be really careful. I think Crawford got complacent there. He got too relaxed.
He was good in the fight. He just
I think on that second. Yeah. You know, for guys,
it only takes a second, less than a second.
Guys like AJ McKee, you can't give up a second. Yeah. You make one mistake and he's gonna catch you. Yeah,
that first round finish though, that was great finish.
Great finish. Yeah, great.
He finished.
He's. I think they need to start giving him more top 10 guys now. Even top 5 guys. I think they should just start giving him big fights now.
Now he's won every match.
I think McKee should fight somebody in top 10 now.
That's right.
In featherweight, is it? Yeah, I think he should fight. He needs to start getting bigger matchups now. All right, let's move on. Frank Mir, Javier Ayala.
Yeah, I was upset about this. Frank Mir has the same surname as that as well. So,
Mir. And he's the first fight
heavyweight as well.
He's the first fight we watched as well. So yeah, we got.
But I thought Frank Mir would have done well. Because Javier, didn't he lose his last 2 fights in my slump?
No, he wasn't. He lost by decision to Royce.
Okay. Round 1, I think Frank Mir did well. He did very well on the round 1. He's obviously got the takedown, use of underhooks, and he was in the half guard. Javier's half guard. He's just throwing punches, laying on top of him, using his strong base to keep on top of him. He tried to get Kimura on him, but obviously he didn't get it.
I thought he might get it. When I saw that, I thought it might end like the Nogueira fight.
Yeah.
He's gonna get it, and then, but surprisingly, Javier looked really good. He survived on the ground, got on top, got in Frank Mir's face, started landing punches, and I think they were dirty boxing.
So he ended strongly. He won that.
And obviously, we know Frank Mir's strong points is jiu-jitsu. I think, even though he's got very good boxing and he's a southpaw, I think Frank Mir showed that he was best that he didn't brawl. Because in heavyweight, your risk of getting knocked out and use his strengths. But the issue, did you see Frank Mir at the weigh-ins? He looked ripped. He was actually in really good shape. He looked as good as his second fight with Brock, where he got in shape. He looked that good. Yeah. Like he had abs and he had some good shape. But I think just the age. I think he's just
round 2. I thought there was an elbow. He got cut up straight away. Harvey went towards him, and I think he tried to land an elbow on him.
Yeah, I think it was an elbow. But then, as you say, Harvey wall walked. Yeah. Wall walk got using the cage is very good. So he wall walked, and then he started punching him. I think elbowing him. Yeah. And then eventually, I think
throwing short elbows, and he had the overhook, and you could just see his blood.
And then Frank just called it quit. He just tapped.
Yeah, when Frank Mir tried to take him down. Yeah, it wasn't working. Harvey got on top basically. He had the advantage, and he was throwing like literally bombs to his ribs. He was punching his ribs up.
His body. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think they got back up, and then Frank tapped.
Yeah, he tapped when he was against the cage.
Because he goes that something happened to his eye.
Yeah, all blood. Blood covered his eyes.
I think it was something he couldn't see. So I think it was a good move by him because he's old enough now. He's doing well. He doesn't need to fight anymore. I don't think he needs to fight. I think he's made enough money in his career to not fight. He had them big fights with Brock, and he was making good money. I think the Bellator must have paid him well as well. So I think he should stick to commentary and.
Yeah, it was a good fight though. It was a good fight. I enjoyed it.
Ayala, who do you think he should fight next? I think maybe he should have a rematch with Sergey Karatanov.
Yeah, he could get a rematch. Or
have a fight with Roy Nelson. Because he got knocked out by Karatanov, but the rematch actually would be good. He's improved.
Yeah.
So I like to see that. I think Frank should maybe retire.
Maybe because he has lost it.
I can't say nothing.
Yeah. Because obviously against Fedor he got knocked down. Like finished.
But it was a close fight. He knocked Fedor, but
it was finished, and now this is like.
I think this was a big wake up call. Like, I think we should let's move on.
Michael Chandler and Brent Primus. That was obviously for the title.
That was a rematch.
Lightweight rematch. Yeah.
Let's talk a bit about the first fight.
Just for
the people that didn't listen.
I thought first fight tried to get inside of with him with the boxing,
and then the calf kicks, and then Primus got the calf kicks. I think that was a big factor in the fight.
That was a big factor.
You saw it in the second fight.
Yeah, he was still doing it again.
He was still doing it, and he was actually landing. And I think Chandler's leg actually hurt a bit.
Yeah, he was.
Later on in the fight, I'm not sure what round, but
I think the overall fight of this fight was Chandler, like, really, to be honest, taking him down.
Chasing him, getting punches down, and then taking him down, using the takedown.
That's what I think.
Ground and pound. And Primus, I don't understand. Like, if you can't do nothing on the ground, there's only a few guys that are really good off their back. So you got Oliveira, Anthony Pettis is really good off his back. He gets.
Primus is black belt.
Yeah, he's black belt, but there's. How I see it is, some guys, they're just good on their back in MMA fights. Yeah. You might be good in just jiu-jitsu, but getting punched in the face. So if you look at Anthony Pettis, he's really good. He can get submissions off his back. He got Gilbert Melendez. He got Ben Henderson. He's just really good at getting people in submissions. Same with Charles Oliveira. People like Gracie or Brian Ortega. Brent Primus is not that type of guy, I don't think. Anyways, he wouldn't be able to do that against Chandler. So why I don't understand is why didn't he just try to get up? As soon as he got taken out, just push his head and just try to run and get up. Yeah,
but obviously Chandler, he's from Missouri.
All
great wrestlers from Ben Askren and Tyron Woodley. If you can't get up, you can't get up.
But
he rather try.
He was too relaxed.
Yeah,
you're not understanding what I'm saying. He's too relaxed. Guys, they get taken down and they're like way too relaxed. As soon as a guy takes you down, as soon as you feel your bum hitting the ground, you should be pushing his head and trying to get up.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Because you're not submitting him, and your best chance is getting them calf kicks, getting up, and keeping the distance. That was his best chance of winning the fight. He should have done that in the first, second round. When he had energy, you're supposed to do that. When someone takes you down, it might take your energy, but it takes just as much energy for them to get their takedown. And if you keep on getting up, they're going to get tired and the takedowns are going to be less effective. So
I think highlights of the fight, though, like you said, Chandler taking him down. Primus did land some good shots.
Yeah.
He
was tough.
He actually rocked Chandler in the second round.
Yeah.
So Chandler was coming in and he's going for a punch, and every time you see when he's going for a punch, he's extended. His arms are extended. He left himself open, and Primus caught him with a left small hook. It's not like a big shot.
Yeah, it's a short hook.
Yeah, short hook, and he just dropped him from that.
I don't think Chandler saw that. That's why.
And obviously he was extended like that. So if you're extended and then you don't get the opponent, then they can just counter. So he got counter. I think that fight was good though. I enjoyed it.
Would you want to see Chandler in the UFC?
Yeah, I think he'll be great in the UFC. Him versus Justin Gaethje. That'd be.
That'd be a good fight. That'd probably be a bit similar to Eddie and him. So for people that haven't seen a lot of Michael Chandler, watch Eddie Alvarez versus Mike Chandler on YouTube in Bellator. Their first fight, and watched their second fight. Really good fight. They've had 3 fights, I think, but yeah, they had 2. So really good fights. Okay, moving on. Bellator 213. So we're gonna start off with Liam Mcgeary versus King Mo Lawal. So I like heavyweight. Okay, what do you think?
I think basically Lawal, he went for the tried to go for takedowns as usual. He's a wrestler. He had his hands low, which I didn't like in this fight. But that's his style. He had his hands low, and he's going for the good thing. He was going for leg kicks to the cough. Yeah,
switching up.
Switching up.
Yeah, Mcgeary caught him with the right hand in the 3rd round.
Yeah,
and it's monstrous right hand. Mcgeary's got very good. He's a long range guy. And he's got a lot of power, and as you know, Mo Lawal's been knocked out before. So this wasn't a good strategy to do against a guy like Liam Mcgeary. He should have been more defensive, moving away and wrestle and get the points.
One thing I noticed when he tried to take him down against the cage and he tried to clasp his hand, Mcgeary was landing elbows.
Yeah, he's a long range guy. He's like Travis Brown, so can get a lot of power and torque from this. So,
but I think the ending was
Mcgeary punching him, and then that left high kick he tried to do and missed his head.
Oh, that was, he would have took his head off.
For people that don't know, I've got the last part, the knockout, on my Instagram page, on our Instagram page, MMA diagnosis, and just follow us as well. Okay, Mcgeary should, I think, 1 or 2 more fights and then fight for the belt. Okay, moving on, we got Ed Ruth versus Neiman Gracie.
And that's a welterweight
Grand Prix match. So round 1, Ed Ruth gets the takedown, and then Neiman Gracie fights off his back. I think that was most of the fight, really.
Yeah.
So let's just skip to near the end. They're just fighting to the back, do a bit of stand up, and then you see in round 4, Gracie actually gets the takedown against the national champion wrestler, and then Ed Ruth explodes up, but then Neiman Gracie rides him, obviously, gets his back and the body triangle, and then slowly sinks in the rear naked choke.
Yeah, I think that's good fight overall. They stand up, Neiman Gracie actually looked decent. He wasn't.
Yeah, he's really good. Like in the past, I think a lot of Gracies have been criticised for not practicing their stand up, but Neiman Gracie looks very promising. I think after this win now, he's going to fight in the semi-finals against Roy McDonald, the winner of Roy McDonald versus John Fitch. So I think that's going to be an interesting matchup. Okay, moving on for the main event. So we got Valerie Letourneau versus Alima Macfarlane, 125 pounds flyweight. So round 1, they're feeling each other out.
They're feeling each other out. That was most of round 1, to be honest. They tried to get takedown, but she wasn't successful, Macfarlane. Round 2 and 3, that's where she does get the change down and controls Valerie's posture. Yeah, and attacks her with elbows and punches.
Macfarlane got her down and then just choked her out.
Yeah, arm triangle.
Oh yeah, arm triangle. Yeah. So
she landed that arm triangle.
She was going for the armbar first, and then
she transitioned it.
Yeah, it was really good. And then was it an arm triangle?
Yeah, and
it was a triangle.
No, it was a triangle. Yeah, and then she landed elbow.
She basically was going for the armbar, switched it to the triangle, and kept on elbowing her. You know, like how Anderson Silva did.
Yeah, in the head. Yeah, to the head.
Who did he do that to? Was it?
Can't remember.
But he got the triangle and just kept on elbowing him. I think it was Travis Luter. Yeah, so it was similar to that, and she's going to be a star for the Hawaiians. For Bellator, she's going to be a very big star.
I think like UFC now, they should see that and do a cop for Max Holloway. Literally, he is he is the greatest featherweight now. You can't deny that.
I don't know about that. I still think Aldo's the greatest. I don't think Max has the same resume yet. Still,
Bellator was great night fights. I like that they went to Hawaii because the champions there. They should do, obviously, like I mentioned, for Max Holloway. Okay,
so we're going to talk about the boxing. Canelo versus Fielding. It was on Showtime and DAZN, I think. So, very good fight for Canelo. But Fielding's from Liverpool, England.
Yeah, England.
I don't know. And he had the height advantage, the reach advantage. He was technically the bigger guy.
Yeah.
Canelo was just too fast for him and too much power. He just outboxed him, so caught him with the good jabs, punches, and then hit him with them body shots. Just ripped them body shots. So he
but he realized every round. Yeah, he dropped him every round
with the body shots or either with the head.
He made him take a knee every round.
Yeah, basically did. So if you look at let's skip to round 3. Canelo.
Yeah, Canelo. They try and land body shots. Good exchange from both fighters. Good right hook from Canelo.
And he caught him with a good body shot. If you look at the last sequence, he hits an uppercut and that rocks and it makes his head go back.
Yeah.
And then it leaves his body exposed, and he hits the body and then just drops and ends the fight. It's actually Robin Black's got a very good 1 minute breakdown on it. So if you're interested in seeing the breakdown, go to his Twitter or his Instagram. Very good at fights. I think Canelo. I want to see a Mayweather rematch.
Yeah, I think he deserves a Mayweather rematch. Because when he fought Mayweather, he was young.
He was very young. Yeah, he was early 20s. If you look at a lot of people saying he should fight Daniel Jacobs next, who had a very good fight against Triple G, and some people say arguably won. And Daniel Jacobs fights the way he should fight Canelo, where you fight on the outside and you punch and you slip and you do lateral movement. Jacobs is going to be actually a really hard matchup for him. I'd like to see that next. Mayweather's probably a bit too old. He wouldn't want to take the risk, and he'll just make him cut too much weight. So I think boxing's doing really well. And there's going to be more exciting matchups in the future. We're going to have a new episode next week.
Thanks, guys, for listening to our podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at mmadiagnosis. And also subscribe to iTunes, Stitcher and SoundCloud. We're also on YouTube. Please subscribe there as well. Peace out, guys.